What's good, YouTube? Dre here with Different Gaming. Want to be bringing y'all three deck lists from WCQ this past weekend. Before I hop into the list, a huge shout out to the Ritual Beast Hog the Return Facebook group. Shout out to all of those that attended WCQ. I pray that everybody made it back home safe. If you haven't made it home yet and you're still in Texas, I hope everything's good. Pray safe travels home. Without further ado, let's get into the list. Now, this first list is from Caleb and Seth. Um, his final record was 831. I'm not entirely sure what round it was around the time he got this, but he had got a game loss. There was no time extension, and I quote, "We were able to cut your 10-year-old for you Rampingo and Elder." So I looked through the comments to see what was going on. Um, his two of his Rampingos were warped. Um, probably had the supers just sitting around. Probably got code. Probably got warped. Um, one of his friends ran across the venue to give him replacements, and the judge didn't give them a time extension. So, given the time extension, Caleb definitely could have made top 64. So, um, I hate it. It's unfortunate, but shit like that always happens at tournaments. Go through the list and looking over it, I see no Protos and no Colossus. So, this is more of a pure build of Ritual Beast. So let's hop right into it. You got three Elder, three Spirit Laura, one Winder, one Wind, one Laura. You got two Steeds, three Kennelhawk. I place two Rampingu, oh, excuse me, one Apelio. Doesn't play the Dolphin. Three Inheritance, one Bomb, three Designator, one Talent, two Emergency Teleport, one Ghost Art. So I like that. Three Shifter, three Ash, one Nib for the cross out, one Magnemite, one Druid Swarm, three Imperm. Don't disregard the side deck. This is not his side deck. I put those in just to fill it in for the extra. We have two Kinu Falcos, one Ratari, two Ulti Hawk, one Ulti Gaiapilio, one Nochi Draco, one Ulti Apilio, one Nochi Draco was crazy. Have Moon in the Closed Heaven, Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, Appaloosa, SP Little Knight, IP, Link Spider, Baguska. It's a clean list. I honestly feel like not given the game loss, And depending on what the side deck was, yeah, you definitely could have made top 64. Definitely would have made day two. But that's one out of the three lists that I will be going over. The second one is Johnny. He made it to the final round on Saturday. I believe Saturday. And he ended up losing on the bubble. He ended up losing his last match, making him 6-3. So, shout out to him. The full, I'll go over his explanation after I go over the list. Um, he sent me, he sent me his little Konami Decklist paper. So if it seems out of order, that's why. It's in alphabetical order. You have three Ash, uh, Biscuit Ball Drake, Drew Swarm, Magnamut, three Shifter, two Drone Lockbird, one Corridor, one Flag, three Elder, excuse me, one Laura, one Win, one Apelio, three Canahawk, one Pedalfin, three Rampingu, three Spiritualora, one Winda, three Inheritance, one Bomb, three Emergency Teleport, three Evenly Match, two Imperm, one Steeds. For the extra deck, we have Appaloosa, Gaga 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 Cowboy, IP Masquerena, Banshee, Baguska, Alti Apelio, two Alti Canahawk, one Alti Gaia Apelio, two Kimu Falcos, one Nochi Draco, one Ratari, one Little Knight, and one Colossus. What is up with the one Nochi Draco? I need to ask this for anybody that plays Ritual Beast. Why one Nochi Draco? Please and thank you. For the side deck, one Protos, three Cosmic Cyclone, three Fissure. Um, Guessing the Cosmic was for Runic Stone, you know, Floodgates, stuff like that, which was really good. I don't know if Caleb played. I'm pretty sure he played back row eight. Everyone's playing some form of back row eight. Three Fissure for going first. Um, that's starting to become standard. Spooky Dogwood for Tom on top of the Cowboy. I like it. Makes sense. Not playing cross out, we're playing three nib in the side. I mean, it's not bad. I would, I mean, almost made it a day two. Almost made it. So obviously something was right. Something was going right. I do notice no Dark Ruler no more, and no Book of Eclipse. I feel like if had those cards, it'd probably be a lot different. And three talents, I like the three talents in the set. You know, but everybody's assumption was right about this WCQ. You know, it's going to be a heavy hand trap format again. Board breakers, depending on what they are. Goodness, goodness. I've even been trying these two lists out, just trying to figure out, what's good, what's bad. And so far, the only critique that I have is the one Nochi Draco. That's the only thing in Caleb's list. In Caleb's list, the one Nochi Draco. That's the only thing. In Johnny's list, the only few things is a second Nochi Draco. Um, choose between which time card you want, because if you're doing the cowboy, you have two extra slots for either board breakers, hand traps, something more effective than spooky dogwood, because that's like a pick and choose type of thing. Because typically, those who have cowboy, they side cowboy for the time card. Um, if you see this, you could definitely comment and give your explanation on to that, or give your opinion on that. But other than that, and just put in Dark Ruler no more and Book of Eclipse, because Book of Eclipse is like bread and butter for Virtual Beast. Other than that, GG's, good shit. And then I will go over his explanation of the deck, and I quote: only explanation is that the approach people said of board breakers was wrong. Two hand traps, for the most part, was enough. If any player extended past that, their hand was nuts. Would definitely had cut evenly or moved to side for more hand traps. Pedal fin is a must in the deck. It's your only spot removal against some decks. Bonds is a must. If you need to kill and know you can't stop your opponent, Bonds helps to get the last bit of damage. Also helps handle IP Colossus, Link 4, and Trap. Probably also would have put Blissey's inside instead of main. I always sided them out. So, with that being said, Pro Dev could have sided the Bestials, took out the Spooky Dogwood, dropped Talons to 2, and then boom, possibly add in Book of Eclipse somewhere, add in the second Nochi Draco, because the second Nochi Draco comes up. So, still, GG's almost made it to day 2. Good shit, Caleb and Johnny. Now for this last list, comes from Tomy Won. This is not a WCQ event. This is a side event. He entered Winterbox for info release. There was 45 players. At the end of Swiss, he made top eight, went 5-1, and he ended up taking the win. He ended up winning the whole event and ended up getting a box of info. So, and I quote, I don't remember the exact order, but I played against Voiceless Voice. He won 2-1, lost to Dyro. Book of Eclipse MVP when the player used the Dynamondo combo and blind going first, then game two scooped very quickly. In game three, Colossus and the deck snowball easily, so I just searched bomb and my three inheritance for decrease the attack and a paleo boost twice. Ubel Fiendsmith, he won 2-0. Dice roll, he won. Easy matchup. Escatos, Fiendlock, game one, and Book of Eclipse and Ultimate Slayer on Unchained Link, game two. Tempa won 2-1, lost to Dyro. Escatos MVP and got Heatwave game two. Snake Eye Fiendsmith lost 1-2, lost to Dyro. Very hard matchup. Got Nibiru game one. Game two, no Nibiru, and got burned game three. Snake Eye Fiendsmith 1-1, won the dice roll. Sang got lost to Nib game one, won game two, and game three Shifter. White Forest 1-2-0, lost to Dyro. Shifter game one, the OTK. And game two, he opened anti-spell fragrance, but I got two E-Telly with Canahope and two Rampingu, so it was easy. His top eight matchup was against Tempa. He won 2-0, lost the Dyro. Escatos MVP. Top four was Ubel Fiendsmith. He won that 2-0, lost the Dyro. The same player in Swiss. So Escatos MVP. And then in the final, he went against Snake Eye Fiendsmith. He won 2-1, lost to Dyro. And I quote, it was against my teammate, so he knew my list, but I just drew Shifter better than ever. And then he posted his list, some pools. And then after Swiss, he finished sixth to end up winning the whole little side of it. So to go over the list, we have 3 Elder, 3 Catahawk, 3 Spiritual Lore, 1 Wenda, 1 Wen, 1 Laura, 1 Pilica, 3 Rampingu, 1 Apelio, 1 Petalfin, 1 Flag, 1 Corridor, 1 Escatos, 3 Shifter, 3 Droll and Lockbird, 3 Inheritance, 3 E-Telly, 3 Book of Eclipse, 3 Pot of Prosperity, Ritual Beast Bomb, Ritual Beast Steeds, Ritual Beast Ambush. For the extra, 2 Ulti Canahawk, 2 Ulti Nochi Draco, 1 Ulti Apelio, 1 Ulti Gaia Apelio, 1 Chemo Falcos, 1 Ratari, 1 Banshee, 1 Colossus, a 1 SP Little Knight, an IP Masquerader, Link Spider, Underworld Goddess, and Nightmare Shoulders. Then for the side deck, 3 Phantasme, 3 Molchame Pralina, 3 Ultimate Slayer, 3 Judgment, 3 Dark Drop. And here I have his explanation. I asked him, um, how how was ambush for him? Because I personally play ambush, and I feel ambush is a underrated card in the deck. And I quote, ambush was ambush talk Dre. Ambush never was a disappointment going first. It helps during the opponent turn in blind going first. My end board usually was Ratari, IP, Colossus, Ulti Canahawk, and Steed plus Ambush. The plan was to tag out Canna to Reborn to have IP and go to Underworld Goddess. Then during the battle phase, ambush plus these for three and never forget to chain Ratari for banishing one of our traps and one more opponent card without any loss. When I when I got going first in game two or three, my end board turned into Escatos log easier to summon than Protos, Ratari, SP, Escatos the last monster depending on the matchup, Cerberus co-linked for Ubil and Fainsmith, Escatos himself for Tempa, IP for Cyber's deck, and always ambush plus thieves. Destroy and reborn during end phase to save names, special summon restrictions, and just go to Alta Gaia Pelio with 3 or 4 in hand to the OTK. For the going second, my free spots were Shifter, Drove, Eclipse, Ambush, Steed, and one Inheritance. So depending on the matchup, you can side in all the go second cards, Phantasme, Perlina, and Slayer. So that was his explanation on the deck and why he plays certain cards. I looked at Esketos and I thought about it. Um, so I'm gonna have to give Esketos a try. I'm gonna have to try Esketos. And I asked him if he had any shout outs. He wanted to give a shout out to his teammate in the finals, Quentin, who helped him with the Sidon pattern and wanted to say thanks. So, huge shout out to Caleb, Johnny, and Tommy. Appreciate y'all for allowing me to upload y'all lists to my channel. Thank y'all. GG's to y'all. Good luck to y'all in the new season. I look forward to seeing everybody in the Ritual Beast group, you know? So, without further ado, hope y'all enjoy. And as always, peace.